Hello, fans. I'm Keith Brown, and thanks for joining us here on the Warrenton Sports Network for boys volleyball action coming to you live from Warrenton High School. The Warrenton Warriors return the court tonight, riding their hottest stretch of the season, and they'll look to keep that fire burning as they welcome the Columbia Hickman Cupies into town. Warrenton, now 2-3, has shaken off a slow start and has found its rhythm under Coach Brown and his staff, stacking impressive back-to-back wins over conference rival Holt and a statement victory against Fort Zumwalt South last night, a program that finished 23-8-1 last year and reached the Final Four in Columbia. Hickman enters tonight at 0-3 and still searching for their first breakthrough, but those Cupies know how to scrap, and they'll try to flip the script against the Warrior squad that beat them 3-1 last year. Everyone always wants to know, what is a Cupie? The mascot for Columbia Hickman is a Cupie, is a small cherub-like character originally created by American illustrator Rose O'Neill in 1909. The name comes from Cupid, the Roman god of love, and the characters were designed to be cute, mischievous, and good-natured. They became extremely popular as bisque dolls starting in 1912 and later appeared in comics, advertisements, and collectibles. Now, with that history lesson behind us, Warrenton looks to make some more history tonight. With the Big Red surging and the Cupies hungry for the first W, this matchup has all the ingredients for a competitive night of high school volleyball. So settle in. Big Red Volleyball is coming to you next on the Warrenton Sports Network. For nearly 80 years, one name has kept Warrenton and Montgomery County comfortable. Schreer Heating and Air Conditioning. From Omar Schreer's first furnaces in 1946 to today's cutting-edge Daikin systems, one thing has never changed: family taking care of family. What started with one truck and a few hundred neighbors has grown into generations of local folks serving dozens of Missouri communities with the same heart, the same pride, and the same commitment to treating your home like our own. Whether it's heat, air, or total home comfort, Schreer Heating and Air Conditioning is here for you. Because around here, comfort means community. Call Schreer Heating and Air Conditioning today. It's just how we do things around here. Looking for your dream home or the perfect rental? Discover it with Hunter Sake Investments. From charming townhomes to spacious single-family homes, we offer quality living in Warrenton and Montgomery County. Need commercial space? We've got retail and warehouse options in Jonesburg, plus the Jonesburg Party Center, ideal for showers, graduations, and more. Family-owned, locally rooted, and built on trust. We treat your home like our own. Call Hunter Sake Investments today, and let's build your future together. Hunter Sake Investments, where Missouri finds home. Champions aren't only made on the field or the court. At the Missouri Bank, we bring that same winning spirit to your finances. Since 1939, we've been an industry leader in community banking, combining cutting-edge technology with the hometown integrity Warren County Trust. As a valued member of our financial family, your goals come first. From fast, local loan decisions, often the same day, to online banking that lets you take care of business anytime, anywhere. We tailor our services for individuals and businesses alike. Big bank products, small town service, honest, loyal, and committed to protecting your financial future. The Missouri Bank, rooted in community, ready for tomorrow. On game day, it's all about teamwork, trust, and heart. At Main Street Real Estate, we bring that same spirit to every home journey. Whether you're buying, selling, or just exploring your options, our hometown team is with you every step of the way. We believe real estate isn't just a transaction, it's a life changing experience. That's why we stay in constant communication, deliver expert guidance, and work relentlessly to help you reach your goals. Main Street Real Estate, your home team from game day to closing day, proudly supporting Warrenton athletics and our community. On the court, it's all about strategy, precision, and execution. Off the court, same rules apply. At Surveyant Heating and Air Conditioning, we bring our A game to every home and business with custom solutions, expert installs, and a reputation for getting it right the first time. We're your home court advantage for year-round comfort. Trusted across Warren County, we've got you covered. Home, business, or new construction. Surveyant Heating and Air Conditioning, where comfort wins every time. On the court, it's all about strategy, precision, and execution. Off the court, same rules apply. At Surveyant Heating and Air Conditioning, we bring our A game to every home and business with custom solutions, expert installs, and a reputation for getting it right the first time. We're your home court advantage for year-round comfort. Trusted across Warren County, we've got you covered. Home, business, or new construction. Surveyant Heating and Air Conditioning, where comfort wins every time. So we're about 4.5 minutes before first serve. Once again, Warriors come in red hot, beating Holt and Fort Zumwalt South in their last 2 matches. After losing their first 3, Coach Brown and his staff have been making steady improvements and look to continue that hot streak tonight. Leading the way for the Warriors in kills, Tegan Williams leads the team. Caleb Locke leads the team in blocks. Matthew Fabian leads the team in serving percentage and assists. And Braden Brown leads the team in aces and in digs. So in earlier action, the JV boys team played the Hickman Cupies, and the Hickman Cupies prevailed 25-15 and 25-17 against your Warrenton Warriors. Tomorrow on the Warrenton Sports Network, we'll be covering girls soccer. And then on Friday, we'll be covering our first stunt competition of the year. The Columbia Hickman Cupies are coached by Coach Greg Gunn, and the Warrenton Warriors are coached by Jake Brown and assisted by John Schulte and Casey Dildine. We're going to go ahead and play the national anthem now.
Warrenton Warriors. For Hickman, we have number 10, Andrew. Number 4, Cole Freed. Number 5, Nate Gillespie. Number 19, Ari Buzzer. Number 27, Ryan Tequila. And number 22, T-Saw. And now for our Warrenton Warriors. We have number 8, Lucas Payne. Number 9, Kenley. Number 13, Stephen Williams. Number 14, Carter Flake. Number 16, Aaron Locke. And number 17, Matthew Hickman. Good luck to both teams.
All right, race for the net. And Warrenton gets there first. That was Braden Brown racing for the net wearing the Librero jersey. He's been a solid player for the Warriors all season. I think Braden's been the star of the game for the Warrenton Warriors in both the games that we've covered here on the Warrenton Sports Network. The referees are checking the lineups. The last game we covered for the Big Red volleyball team, Matthew Fabian, the leading assist player, did not get a play. He's back in the lineup, and since he's been back in the lineup, the Warriors have won 2 in a row. And Matthew Fabian will start off serving, the junior. Leads the team in serving percent and assists. Coach Brown has decided to start off with his best server percentage-wise to begin the game, get the Big Red off to a good start. We're underway here at Warrenton High School. Hickman goes to the middle and hits long. That was Nate Gillespie. Set was by Cole Freed. Warriors jump out to a 1-0 lead. Fabian's going to go back row, and they get the block. That was Tegan Williams hitting that, but covering that nicely, it was Batulga, the freshman outside hitter for Hickman. All tied up 1-1 now. Cole Freed, the sophomore, serves for the Cupies. And he gets the ace. Hickman out to a 2-1 lead here. Hickman wearing their all-white uniform. The Big Red in the black and red. All right, Williams goes to Fabian. Go quick to the middle of the lock. That's covered by Hickman. This time Freed's going to go outside. Warrenton's able to cover it. This time Fabian goes to lay. He finds the donut hole on the defense of the Hickman. Little off-speed hit there by Ken Lay. Side out and a point for the Warriors. They're tied 2-2. Serving next is the sophomore Lucas Payne. His jump serve handled by Hickman. Tight to the net. They go dink over. Brown back sets to Williams, but couldn't get there in time to cover that. Side out the point for Hickman. Bayantog Batulga serving now for the Cupies. Hits the top of the tape, and he gets an ace. So two aces there for the Cupies. Batulga is a freshman outside hitter. High toss on the serve. Serve finds the net. Side out and a point for the Big Red. Warrenton sends Caleb Locke up to serve next. He's second in the team in serve percentage. Nice dig there by the Cupies. Warrenton gets a block, but covered by the Cupies. They try again. Warrenton's there. Tegan Williams with the outside hit, and he puts it away. Nice pass from Matthew Fabian to Tegan Williams. This is what we've seen from the Warriors. They get off to a good start in game number one. Locke with a floater this time. Hickman has trouble with that, and we're going to give Fabian the ace. I'm sorry, that wasn't Fabian. That was my bad. That's Caleb Locke. Friesen go outside this time. Roll shot from Hickman. Williams with a roll shot of his own. Diving save by Hickman. They go outside. Warrenton covers it. Carter Flake gets it over for the Big Red. Friesen go quick to the middle. Hits into the block. And this time he's able to put it away. But they're going to get him into the net. That was Nate Gillespie. He had two chances. Second time he goes into the net. Caleb Locke's got the Warriors on a roll. Jumping float serve causes the Cupies more problems. Free ball for the Big Red. Quick to the middle to Flake. Covered by the Cupies. And Warriors going to return a free ball to Columbia. Both teams a little bit off the rhythm at this point. Lay with a kill. Misses the second comeback. Flake tries to go outside and misses that bump, and it goes across the court and out of bounds, out of play. So side out and a point for the Cupies. That'll be Nate Gillespie, the sophomore middle hitter, serving now for Hickman. Fabian goes outside to Williams, their leading killer, and he goes back row and gets the points. Substitution for Hickman, Oran Ozdemir checks in. He's a senior setter. All right, Ken Lay serving for the Warriors. He goes deep back row, and nice serve by Ken. Hickman goes outside to T-Thaw, and he sends it long past the end line. 8-5 lead for Warrenton, 3-point lead, the largest of the first game. Quick to the middle for the Cupies, and they put that one away. Nice hit there by Ari Lazinger, sophomore middle hitter. All right, Xander Yim now serving for the Cupies. Fabian goes quick to the middle himself. Flake was partially blocked. Hickman's going to give a free ball back to the Big Red. Fabian's going to go outside to Williams again. And he sends that one long past the end line. But off the touch, says the Mr. Official. Side out and a point for the Warriors. Now serving for the Big Red, Tegan Williams. Hickman goes to T-Thaw. He goes cross court and finds the corner. Well, they're going to say it was out. The referee overruled the back judge. So point for Warrenton. Cupies go quick to the middle, and Lazinger put that one away again. He's got good hops for a sophomore. A little confusion on who's going to serve next for Hickman. Looks like it's going to be T. Thaw, the freshman right side hitter. He serves that into the net side out in the point for Warrenton. Serving now for the Big Red is senior Braden Brown. Leads the team in aces. And the announcer Jinx gets him as Braden's jump serve finds the net side out in the point for Hickman. Lazinger is going to serve for Hickman. And we see Nate Gillespie back into the game for the Cupies. All right, sophomore jump serve, a little floater. And Lay could not handle it, but it was saved by Fabian, and Williams got it over but sent it past the end line. A little more steam on that one from Lazinger. Fabian dinks it. Hickman's there, but they bump it into the net, side out to point for the Big Red. Nice thought there by the Warriors. Back to Fabian serving. Junior jump serve goes deep. Hickman goes outside in rhythm, but double blocked there by Ken Lay. And Caleb Block puts an end to that rally. 4-point lead ties the largest of game number one for the Big Red. Fabian trying to extend it. Hickman goes outside again. This time over the double block goes Batulga. All right, Cole Freed now serving for Hickman, the sophomore setter. I think they called a point of the Big Red being out of position on that. So the point goes to Hickman. Williams goes to Fabian. Fabian outside the paint, gets it over. Free ball for the Big Red. Brown with the bump. Fabian goes quick to the middle. Lock. Kill shot gets saved nicely by Lazinger. Warrenton going to go outside this time to Payne. He goes cross court and it goes wide. Hickman draws within 1 point here in game number one. Warrenton having trouble with the serve from Freed. Freed sets this, goes quick to the middle to Gillespie, dug by Brown. Gets it too tight to the net, and Batulga puts it away. That's going to get Coach Brown off the bench, and the Warriors are going to take a timeout. You're watching the Warrenton Sports Network. On the court, it's all about strategy, precision, and execution. Off the court, same rules apply. At Surveyant Heating and Air Conditioning, we bring our A game to every home and business with custom solutions, expert installs, and a reputation for getting it right the first time. We're your home court advantage for year-round comfort. Trusted across Warren County, we've got you covered. Home, business, or new construction. Surveyant Heating and Air Conditioning, where comfort wins every time. So if you think about the game being first team to the 5-digit points, since it's 25 for the win, Warrenton was first to 5 in this game, first to 10. But now it's a race to 15, and Hickman has drawn even with your Big Red Warriors. Cole Freed doing a great job serving for Hickman. Big Red's having a little trouble with it. Kind of a jump, floating knuckleball serve. Once again, they have problems. Williams from the back row puts it away, gets a kill. Teethaw tried to dive and save that, but was unable to do so. So a good play by Tegan Williams. Read in the paper this week that Williams is committed to playing at Missouri Baptist next year. He's going to play volleyball for MoBap. All right. Payne with the serve. Freed goes middle to Gillespie. Payne with the dig. Fabian goes outside to Williams. His kill shot finds the net and falls inbounds. Point for the Big Red. Warriors stretch their lead back to 2. Freed goes outside for the Hickman. Brown goes outside for the Warriors. And Warriors couldn't handle it. Warriors back to a 3-point lead. Nice serving by Lucas Payne. And he gets the ace there. Speak of the nice serving. That's the second for both teams now. Warriors out to a 4-point lead. Knuckleball from Payne. Nice serve. Dug there nicely by the Cupies. They go outside. And we're not able to get the shot over. That was Bayantog Batuga. 5-point lead, largest of the game for the Big Red, 18-13. They win the race to 15, trying to get to 20 now. Freed goes outside. Into the double block does Xander Yim go, but the ball falls on the Warriors side. So Xander Yim knocks it into the double block, but had enough power to get it over. But Tatuga serves now. Brown with a dig. They go outside to lay his roll shot, handled by the Cupies. Cupies go outside to Teethaw, and he sends it across court wide of the sideline. Side out and a point for the Big Red, back to a 5-point lead. With Kayla Block serving. Carter Flake checking into the front row. Floater there by Locke. Freed goes outside. Free ball for the Big Red. Fabian goes outside to lay his roll shot. Dug by Freed. Hickman goes outside. Fabian goes to Williams. Nice little rally here from both teams. Freed tight to the net. Gillespie saves it. Fabian gets it over for the Big Red. Fabian dinks it over again. Hickman goes outside into the block. Nicely done by Xander Yim. Little off-speed dink. Hit it into the block, and it softly fell out of bounds. Side out and a point for Hickman. And they're going to bring Oren Ozdemir back into the game. His serve goes into the net, side out and a point for the Big Red. They're first to 20. They've got a 5-point lead late in the game. Ken Lay serving next. He's second in the team in aces. And there was no announcer jinx there. Lay gets another ace. That's 3 in this game now for the Big Red. And Hickman's going to take a timeout. Warriors lead 21-15 here at Warrenton High School. We'll be back after this. On game day, it's all about teamwork, trust, and heart. At Main Street Real Estate, we bring that same spirit to every home journey. Whether you're buying, selling, or just exploring your options, our hometown team is with you every step of the way. We believe real estate isn't just a transaction, it's a life-changing experience. That's why we stay in constant communication, deliver expert guidance, and work relentlessly to help you reach your goals. Main Street Real Estate, your home team from game day to closing day, proudly supporting Warrenton athletics and our community. All right, Coach Gunn wanting to talk things over with his Cupies. and stop the momentous roll that the Warriors are currently on. So Hickman had tied it up at 13 apiece, but since then the Warriors have gone on an 8-2 run. Way with a blistering serve, back row. Dink by the Cupies. Fabian goes outside to Williams. He hits into a double block, and the Cupies get the block for the side out in the point. That was Lazinger and Yim on the double block. Sophomore outside hitter Yim with the serve. Floater. Fabian will go back to Williams. He goes over top the block, and it went long. Referee's checking to make sure it wasn't touched, and there's no touch on the call. 4-point lead, so Coach Gunn's timeout seems to be working well. Payne goes to Fabian. Fabian goes outside to Williams again. His dink, and tried to be saved by Freed. But Williams gets the kill with a little off-speed hit. He'll serve now. Warriors up by 5. They need 3 to close out game number 1. Cupies go outside to Thaw. They're going to call a double hit on that one. 6-point lead. That's the largest of game number 1. Warriors looking to close this one out. Trouble with the serve. Free ball for the Big Red. Set was tight. Fabian dinks, covered by Freed. Nice placement there by Thaw. Warriors cover. Payne with the kill. Blocked by Hickman. Fabian goes back to Payne, and he blisters that one around the double block. Hickman really bringing the middle blocker over to cover the outside hitters. And Payne cut that across the court and really got to pass the blockers quickly. Game point for the Big Red. Freed goes outside. Roll shot by Hickman. Brown with the dig. Fabian goes outside to Payne again. And he puts another away. Back-to-back kills from Lucas Payne gives the Warriors a win here in Game 1, 25-17. You're watching the Warrenton Sports Network. Champions aren't only made on the field or the court. At the Missouri Bank, we bring that same winning spirit to your finances. Since 1939, we've been an industry leader in community banking, combining cutting-edge technology with the hometown integrity Warren County Trust. As a valued member of our financial family, your goals come first. From fast, local loan decisions, often the same day, to online banking that lets you take care of business anytime, anywhere. We tailor our services for individuals and businesses alike. Big bank products, small town service, honest, loyal, and
looking for your dream
home
or
the perfect
future.
rental. The
Discover
Missouri Bank,
Hunter
rooted
Sake
in
Investments.
community. From charming townhomes to spacious single-family homes, we offer quality living in Warrenton and Montgomery County. Need commercial space? We've got retail and warehouse options in Jonesburg, plus the Jonesburg Party Center, ideal for showers, graduations, and more. Family-owned, locally rooted, and built on trust. We treat your home like our own. Call Hunter Sake Investments today, and let's build your future together. Hunter Sake Investments, where Missouri finds home. Looking for your dream home or the perfect rental? Discover it with Hunter Sake Investments. From charming townhomes to spacious single-family homes, we offer quality living in Warrenton and Montgomery County. Need commercial space? We've got retail and warehouse options in Jonesburg, plus the Jonesburg Party Center, ideal for showers, graduations, and more. Family-owned, locally rooted, and built on trust. We treat your home like our own. Call Hunter Sake Investments today, and let's build your future together. Hunter Sake Investments, where Missouri finds home. Once again, your Warrenton Warriors take game number 1, 25-17 against the Cupies. That's what we've seen the Warriors do all season, jump out to a good play in game number 1. Leading the way for the Big Red were Tegan Williams and Lucas Payne. Tegan Williams got the Warriors off to a fast start with some great outside hitting. And at the end, Lucas Payne was able to put it away. What those two things have in common is that they were getting great sets from Matthew Fabian, the junior setter for the Big Red. All right, so we're ready for game number 2 here. Hickman will serve first. So Hickman had 2 aces in the first game, and Warrenton had 3 aces. Slight edge of the serving to the Big Red. Freed starts off serving for Columbia. He was definitely a good server in game number 1. He's got kind of a jump knuckleball serve that caused the Big Red all kinds of problems. Brown with a brilliant dig there. Outside to Payne. He cuts it a little too closely, and it goes into the Big Red side of the net. See Coach Brown making an adjustment here. Brown wasn't in for the Big Red when Freed served in game number 1. All right, Freed goes outside. Dug by Lay. Fabian goes outside to Payne, off the block. Dug by the Cupies. Back set from Freed. Cross-court kill. Goes to number 23. He's not in my program. Let's see if we can't figure out who that is in the JV roster. That was Bennett for Hickman. Grabau Bennett. He's a junior middle hitter. Williams with the dig. Fabian goes to flock. Dug nicely by the Cupies. Bennett tried to put it away, but he hits it into the net, side out and a point for the Warriors. Hickman jumped out to a 2-0 lead. And the top serving percentage player for the Big Red serves next. That's Matthew Fabian. Nice diving save there by Ziem. Otherwise, Fabian had an ace. They're going to call a double hit from Warrenton. Something the referees are cracking down on this year is a double hit on a ball going over the net. Double hits are allowed when it goes on your side of the net, but when it goes over, they're going to call it. All right, now serving Batutulga. Lay gets it over for the Warriors. Free goes quick to Gillespie off the block. Lay with the bump. Fabian sets it outside to Payne, and his kill shot rolls into the net. Hickman gets the point. They're out to a 4-1 lead. Jump serve from Batulga. Quick to lock. He hits it, but it goes wide of the courts. 5-1 lead now for Columbia. We come out with a little more determination here in game number 1, did the Cupies. A big serve of Batulga. Fabian goes quick to the middle. Timing was not there between him and Locke. Now it's a 5-point lead for the Cupies. The freshman's on a hot streak serving. Brown with a brilliant dig. Payne saves it. Fabian gets it over. Good hustle from the Warriors. Free goes outside. Dug by Williams. Fabian hustles to get the set. Free ball for the Big Red. Williams is there to cover. Fabian goes outside to Payne. Back set to Bennett. Brown with the dig. Fabian goes outside the lay. Nice little rally here from both teams. Gillespie gets the roll shot. Williams to Fabian. Payne goes back row and sends it just a little long. Good communication there from the Hickman bench telling their player that it's going long. 6-point lead now for the Cupies. Williams digs. Back set to Williams. Nice dig there by Lazinger. Free gets it over for Hickman. Outside to Payne. Tries the cut shot again, and once again it goes into the net. That gets Coach Brown up off the bench. Warrenton's going to take a timeout. Like I said, they've had problems coming out in game number 2 throughout the season. And Hickman comes out with a little more oomph in that game. And Coach Brown wants to talk things over.
For nearly 80 years, one name has kept Warrenton and Montgomery County comfortable. Schreer Heating and Air Conditioning. From Omar Schreer's first furnaces in 1946 to today's cutting-edge Daikin systems, one thing has never changed: family taking care of family. What started with one truck and a few hundred neighbors has grown into generations of local folks serving dozens of Missouri communities with the same heart, the same pride, and the same commitment to treating your home like our own. Whether it's heat, air, or total home comfort, Schreer Heating and Air Conditioning is here for you. Because around here, comfort means community. Call Schreer Heating and Air Conditioning today. It's just how we do things around here.
And out of the timeout, Grabau Bennett. I'm sorry, not Grabau Bennett. That was Batulga. Still serving for the Cupies. He gets an ace. That's the first ace of game number 1. He's really winding up. Great dig by Brown. Warriors go outside the lay. Free to Bennett. Dug by Williams. Back set to Free. To roll shot covered nicely by the Cupies. Lazinger. Payne covered there by Freed. Bennett with a get-over shot. Fabian going to dink it. Gillespie there. Fabian going to set this time outside to Payne. His roll shot does not make it over. 10-1 lead now for Hickman. So the Warriors are doing a good job of digging these serves that are really good by Batulga, but they're not great passes. That's really caught the Warriors out of rhythm and out of sync, and Batulga, after serving 8 straight points, hits that one deep, side out and a point for the Big Red. Payne serving for the Warriors. Flat-footed serve. Outside to Gillespie, do the Cupies go. He's dug by Payne, but his pass went awry. Side out and a point once again for the Cupies. Back to a 9-point lead. There's biggest. Into the game, T. Thaw now for the Hickman Cupies. He's got on his Librero shirt. Brown digs it, but once again, trouble getting the pass from the dig to the setter. Coach Gunn must have said something about serving a little harder during his talk in between games. Williams goes up and really delivers a monster hit there. That had to feel good. He gets the side out and a point for the Warriors. Caleb Block serving next. Into the game for the Big Red, Carter Flake. Block with a jump floater. Free goes outside. Blocked by the Warriors. They get it back over, and the Warriors, Carter Flake, puts that one away. Flake just into the ball game. He brings a little heat off the bench for the Big Red. Another knuckleball from Locke. Thaw digs that. Free goes to the middle, and that is put away by Ari Lazinger, sophomore middle hitter. into the game for Hickman, Carlton Wexler, the junior. First time we've seen Wexler. Warriors go outside to Williams. He rifles another one. He got up high on that one. Warriors got the lead trimmed to 8. Ken Lay serving next for the Big Red. Lay serves a missile. Might have been going long, but the Cupies played that. And it results in an ace for the Big Red, their first of the game. Ken Lay, who second the team in aces. Cupies back set in the middle, off the block. Lazinger puts another one away. Williams and Flake were there, but he powered through the block. Xander Yim now serving for Hickman. Sophomore outside hitter, serves from the middle. Brown with a dig. Fabian goes outside to Williams. His little roll shot, jump roll shot, covered by the Cupies. Tight to the net. A little jousting between both teams. They go outside, the Warriors do. And Tegan Williams puts another away. Tegan Williams has remained hot from game 1 into game 2 tonight. He trims the Cupies lead to 7. Freed goes outside, off the block, covered by Hickman. And a roll shot tried by Lazinger, and it's blocked. And maybe got most of the net there. Point for the Big Red. They trail by 6. Williams with a curveball there. Outside to Lazinger, and Lazinger really put that one away. Cut it across court. Good pass. And in rhythm was Colin Freed's set. Lazinger gets the serve next for the Cupies. Little floating jump serve. Fabian goes outside to Payne. Dug by Columbia. Freed with a free ball for the Warriors. Fabian in tight to Flake. Dug there by the Cupies. But Warrenton was there to put it away. Back to the 6-point lead for Columbia. Braden Brown now serving for the Big Red. He serves in the middle, and it serves it left side and out. Cupies, the first 2-15 substitution for the Cupies. Bennett back into the ball game. Freed back to serve once again for Columbia. Free ball from the Warriors to Hickman. Freed goes quick to the middle. Gillespie puts it away off the block. That's something we've seen Columbia do better so far here in the first 2 games, is use the middle hitters. When you use the middle hitters, that opens up the outside hitters, as the middle blocker can't cheat as quickly to the outside. Payne for the Warriors. Payne tried another one, and they're going to call a side out on a double hit from Columbia. Back to Fabian serving for the Warriors. They trail by 7. They're going to call another double hit. Looks like we lost the scoreboard. We'll get that back for you in just 1 second. Sorry about that. Now we're up to date. Oh, miscommunication. Good hustle there from Yim to get the ball over. Warriors a little trouble passing, and they hit the ball out of play. 18-11 now the score. But Tatulga serves for Hickman. He's got the lead extended earlier in the game. with his hot serving, but that one goes into the net. Side out and a point for the Big Red. Payne with a jump floater. Hickman goes outside. Payne's there, tight to the net. Gillespie hits it. Payne tried to save it, but was unsuccessful in doing so. The libero thaw back into the game for Columbia. Flat-footed serve, dug by Payne. Fabian goes outside to Williams. He goes into the double block, and it goes wide of the court. Good job there by Williams to really hit hard into that double block. Angled it off the arm so the ball would go out of play successfully. Locke with the floater. Bennett, free ball for the Warriors. Fabian goes quick to the middle to Flake, and he puts it away. That's what's been missing from the Big Red. Hickman has really been doing a good job of sending two to block Williams and Payne on the left side. And they're going to be a little slower doing so if they keep on going into the middle a little more. Free tight to the net, goes to the middle himself. Lazinger sends it long. Warriors getting back into this. Hickman was the first to 15. Warriors trail by 4, 15-19. Free then go to Bennett. He's going to give the Warriors a free ball. Payne tight to the net. Dug nicely by Fabian. Free ball for Hickman goes wide. Side out and a point for Hickman. Sometimes you can try to do just a little too much, and I think that's what happened there. All right, back into the game is Wexler for Columbia. He serves and into the net. Hickman the first to 20, though. Warriors trail by 4. Almost got to go for a 2-for-1 here. Every time they get 1 point, we're going to have to get 2 to get back into this. Lay starts off with a nice serve. Friedson go outside to Yim. Covered by Lay. Fabian goes outside to Williams. His little off-speed hit finds the donut hole. Point for the Big Red. That little off-speed hit really good when they're going against double block, especially if they jump early. Williams sensed they jumped early. Lay serving for the Warriors. Back road for Hickman, dug by Brown. Fabian tight to the net, dinks it over, but Hickman covers. Lazinger dinks it over. Hickman covers. Payne gets it to Fabian. Outside to Williams, off the double block, dug there by Batulga. Yim tries to put it away, but goes into the net. Warriors creep ever closer. They trail by 2. Kenley serving. And Hickman's going to take a TO. 18-20, the Warriors trail in game number 2 after winning game number 1. You're watching the Warrenton Sports Network.
Champions aren't only made on the field or the court. At the Missouri Bank, we bring that same winning spirit to your finances. Since 1939, we've been an industry leader in community banking, combining cutting-edge technology with the hometown integrity Warren County Trust. As a valued member of our financial family, your goals come first. From fast, local loan decisions, often the same day, to online banking that lets you take care of business anytime, anywhere. We tailor our services for individuals and businesses alike. Big bank products, small town service, honest, loyal, and committed to protecting your financial future. The Missouri Bank, rooted in community, ready for tomorrow.
All right, Coach Gunn's timeout, trying to stop the hot-hitting Warriors. as they've persevered and trimmed the lead down to 2. They trailed by as many as 9 here in game number 2. Lay another great serve. Quick to the middle to Lazinger, and he fires that one away. That was a really nice hit by Lazinger because that ball was a little bit behind him. He made a little mid-air adjustment and still was able to get good wood on that hit. Yim serving now. Knuckleball. Brown has problems with it. Get it to Flake. Warriors get it over. Tight to the net. Dinked nicely by Freed. Once again, Coach Gunn's timeout paying dividends for Hickman. That's a knuckleball. Payne digs it. Fabian sets it for Williams on the outside. Dinks it off the double block. Freed gets it over for Hickman. Fabian quick to the middle. Goes back row. Covered there by Hickman. They're going to call a double hit there on Columbia's Batulga. Side out in the point for the Warriors. Getting late. They trail by 3. Hickman only needs 3 to close out game number 2. Warriors got to go now. Williams with a blistering ace. Another knuckleball. The Mobap Spartan gets the big red, or Mobap Spartan commit gets the Warriors closer. Another knuckleball. Trouble by Hickman. Going to be a free ball for the big red. Williams bumps it. Trouble the passing. Brown gives the Warrior or the Cupies a free ball. They go outside to Batulga, and he hits it into the net. Here come the Warriors. They trail by 1, 21-22. Another knuckleball. Freed goes back row to Lazinger. Nice dig by Brown. They go outside to Payne. Covered by the Cupies. Outside to Batulga. Williams with the dig. Fabi goes back row to Williams. Nice dig by Thaw. Lazinger off the block of Flake. Great dig by Williams. Payne, a little off-speed hit. Cupids going to go outside to Batulga. Off the block. Williams digs. Gets the set from the back row and puts it away. Warrenton's tied it up 22. They trailed by as many as 9 after a slow start in game 2. But they have caught fire here late. Coach Gunn going to call another timeout. We'll take a quick commercial break. You're watching the Warrenton Sports Network.
On game day, it's all about teamwork, trust, and heart. At Main Street Real Estate, we bring that same spirit to every home journey. Whether you're buying, selling, or just exploring your options, our hometown team is with you every step of the way. We believe real estate isn't just a transaction, it's a life-changing experience. That's why we stay in constant communication, deliver expert guidance, and work relentlessly to help you reach your goals. Main Street Real Estate, your home team from game day to closing day, proudly supporting Warrenton athletics and our community.
All right, we're knotted up 22 apiece. First team to 3, got to win by 2, takes game number 2. Thaw passes out to Batulga. Batulga is blocked, but a brilliant save by Freed. And the Cupies, Thaw sends it deep. Warriors with their first lead here in game number 2. Free ball for the big red. Brown with the dig. Quick to Flake in the middle. Double block there from the Cupies. Lazinger and Batulga. They earned the side out and the point. We're all knotted up at 23. with Nate Gillespie checking back in for the Cupies. Lazinger serving. He puts one into the net. That's a side out and a point. Warriors 1 point away from stealing game number 2. They've got Braden Brown, the senior, serving for the game. Little jump knuckleball serve from Brown, saved by Freed. Locke jousted over. Freed goes quick to the middle. Gillespie. Warriors dig it, but they give it back to the Cupies. Gillespie with a roll shot. Brown with a dig. Outside to Payne, a little behind him. His roll shot dug by the Cupies. Freed goes outside to Batulga. Warriors rally around the save by Williams, but they go into the net. Side out and a point for the Cupies. We're knotted up at 24. With the Cupies' best server, Cole Freed, serving. Although Batulga got the star early in game number 2. Williams from the back row sends it long. Game point now for the Cupies. Warriors fought so hard to get back in. They got to dig in one more time here. Lay with the dig. Fabian goes outside to Payne. His bump goes over. Freed goes outside to Batulga. The pass was behind him. He hits it into the net. We're knotted up at 25. Now it's the first to 2. Got to win by 2. Matthew Fabian serving for the Big Red. Free goes back set. And Batulga sends it wide. Warriors have their second game point here in game number 2. Tight set. Block is there and gets the win. A little joust from Caleb Locke. Warriors steal game number 2, 27-25. What a tremendous exhibition of heart and perseverance by the Big Red. Tegan Williams really led the way for the Warriors. Good all-around play. And the never-die attitude is what really kept the Warriors in that game. Hey, Warrenton fans, this is your moment to be part of something big. The Warrenton Sports Network broadcasts 100 live events each year, and we want your business on the court with us. With flexible ad packages and an average audience of 1,500 viewers per event, your message reaches the heart of our community, families, students, alumni, and loyal Warrior fans. When you sponsor, you're not just advertising, you're helping keep these live streams alive. Without your support, they wouldn't be possible. Join us, stand with our athletes, support our community, and make some money. Contact the Warren County R3 School District office today to learn more. The Warrenton Sports Network, where community comes to watch.
For nearly 80 years, one name has kept Warrenton and Montgomery County comfortable. Schreier Heating and Air Conditioning. From Omar Schreier's first furnaces in 1946 to today's cutting-edge Daikin systems, one thing has never changed: family taking care of family. What started with one truck and a few hundred neighbors has grown into generations of local folks serving dozens of Missouri communities with the same heart, the same pride, and the same commitment to treating your home like our own. Whether it's heat, air, or total home comfort, Schreier Heating and Air Conditioning is here for you. Because around here, comfort means community. Call Schreier Heating and Air Conditioning today. It's just how we do things around here.
Once again, we're ready to start game number 3. Warriors take game number 1, 25-17. And they come back from 9 points down in game number 2 to prevail 27-25. So we'll see if that enormous comeback maybe have broken the QP spirit, or if they're going to dig their heels in here and fight. Fabian leads the way for the Big Red. Into the block, Gillespie goes and gets it over. Man, mano a mano there with Caleb Locke, and he gets the side out and a point. So Batulga serving now for the Cupies. He was really their offense in game number 2 with that serve. He gets the ace right there. So I think that's his second ace. I think he had 1 ace in game number 2. But his serves are really causing difficulties for the Big Red. They're able to dig them, but their passes are not on the point, causing out-of-rhythm hits. Fabian goes outside, backs at the pane. He goes back corner and gets the side out and a point for the Warriors. Nice thinking there from the Big Red setter, Matthew Fabian. They really hadn't gone to the right side. And that was wide open, and Payne put it away. Payne gets the serve now. Nice serve. Lazinger with a great dig. Free ball for the Warriors. Nope. Hickman can't get it over. They don't get the ace there from Payne, but really he got the point with a brilliant serve. All tied up 2-2 here. And that one finds a piece of the line. Lucas Payne gets an ace. So he didn't get the ace on the last point where he probably deserved it. And this time he gets the ace. He gives the Warriors a 1-point lead. Nice serve from Payne. Really coming out with some heat on those serves. Free ball for the Warriors. Brown to Fabian. Goes outside to Williams. And he goes down the line and gets the point. Uses that right arm to go across his body and redirect the ball down the line. 4-2 lead for the Big Red. Payne, deep serve. Cupies go to Gillespie into the double block. Caleb Locke gets the block on that one. Great job by the middle blocker, Caleb Locke. 5-2 lead, Warriors lead. Payne's jump serve finds the top of the net and falls on the Big Red side. Side out and a point for Hickman. Librero Teethaw checking into the game. The freshman Librero. Brown with a nice bump on the serve. Williams off the double block, earning the point for the Warriors. Fabian and Williams really in rhythm on that point. Carter Flake checks in for the Big Red. Caleb Locke serves. Free goes outside to Yim. Locke with a brilliant save. Roll shot from Payne goes into the net. Braden Brown back in for the Warriors. Into the game for Hickman, Carlton Wexler. He'll serve. Williams set to Fabian. Fabian passes back to Williams. Cross court, dug by the Cupies. They dink it over. Fabian goes to Brown. Brown outside to Williams. A little roll shot. Freed middle to Lazinger, dug by the Warriors. Outside the Warriors go to Belay. Cupies recover that. They go outside to Yim. Dug by Brown. Free ball for the Cupies. They go quick to the middle. Lazinger off the block and out of play. Nice little rally from both teams. But Ari Lazinger puts that away off the middle block from Warrenton. Side out and a point. Actually, it's just a point, as Wexler served that last one. Cupies trail by 1. Free ball for the Cupies. Free goes outside to Yim. Off the double block. Saved by Lazinger. But Cupies couldn't get it back over the net. Nice block from Warrenton. Carter Flake got a piece of that, and I want to say Payne. I couldn't remember who the other blocker was. Warriors with a 2-point lead. Ken Lay serving. Hickman goes to Freed for once. Freed gets it over. Roll shot from Brown. In tight to the net. Freed dinks it. Nice dig by Brown. Back-to-back nice digs from Braden Brown. He gets the point as the Cupies were not ready for the free ball out of system on that one. Nice serve by Lay. Only kind of a bullet. They go back to Freed. Payne's there with the dig. Fabian goes outside to Williams. Passes a little behind him. Williams knocks it into the net. Side out and a point for the Cupies. Yim serving now for Columbia. He goes to the middle of the court. And his serve falls short of the net. Senior Tegan Williams serving now for the Warriors. Freed back set to Lazinger off the block. Williams digs. Great hustle from Fabian. Free ball for the Cupies. They go quick to the middle. A little out of rhythm there. Brown bumps it, but it's tight to the net. Freed's there to put it away for the Cupies. Lazinger gets the serving duty for the Cupies. Into the game for the Cupies is Nate Gillespie, the sophomore middle hitter. Another ball tight to the net. Gillespie got it over, but Flake with a brilliant save. Lay going to go to Fabian. Outside to Payne. Off the double block. And they're going to get a lift from Warrenton. Warrenton with a 1-point lead, 9-8 here in game number 3. Knuckleball there from Lazinger. Back row, the Warriors go to Williams. He hits it off the top of the tape, but it goes out of play on the right side of the court. All tied up 9-9 now. Hickman doing a little comeback of their own here in game 3. Lay with a nice pass to Fabian. Fabian goes outside to Payne. And Payne puts it away. Lazinger did a diving save, but to no avail. Side out and a point for the Big Red. Braden Brown will serve for the Warriors. Senior Libero's jump floating serve causes Hickman problems. Great hustle gets it over, though. Fabian goes outside to Payne. He dinks it over. Patuga puts one away for Columbia. Nice pass from Colin Freed. Cole Freed. And Freed wins the serve as well. Cole Freed's going to do a jump serve. Dug by Williams. A little problem with the passing. The ball goes in the net. So Columbia's come back from 3 down to taking the lead now here in game number 3. Warriors were first to 10. But Hickman now has 11-10 lead. And Cole Freed earns himself an ace. Second ace of the game for the Cupies. Sophomore setter sends another one over. Fabian goes outside to Payne. In rhythm. Nice dig by Lazinger for the Cupies. They go to Batuga. He goes back row. Brown tries to one-arm it, but nobody else could get there to save it. 3-point lead now for the Hickman Cupies. Outside the Warriors go to Payne. He just bumps it over. Free tight to net. Goes quick to the middle to Gillespie. Lays there with a dig. Back row to Williams. Dug by the Cupies. Quick to the middle. Another dig by the Cupies. Brown with a bump. Fabian goes quick to the middle. Locks Doug. Lock goes again. Lazinger doing a nice job digging there. Batulga hits it wide of the net. No, he hits a double hit. Side out the point for the Big Red. What a great rally from both teams. I noticed that the Hickman defense is starting to creep in a little bit. See if they don't look for the back corner shots here from the Warriors. Yim with a diving save, but Fabian gets the ace. Both teams have 2 aces now here in game number 3. The Big Red trail by 1. We've got stoppage on the play. I think we have some blood and maybe some skin on the court after that diving attempt there from Yim. He's got a great attitude about it. He's over there laughing. All right, so it wasn't skin or sweat. It was just sweat. It wasn't blood, excuse me. Just trying to mop up the wet spot on the court. That's all they're trying to do. All right, back to the ball game. Warriors trail by 1 with their best percentage server at the line serving. Jim with the bump. Free back set to Batulga. He two-hands it over, and they got him into the net. No, they got the Warriors into the net. So side out in the point. Batulga will serve for the Cupies. A lot of sweat on the ball there. The server's trying to wipe the sweat off the ball. So the referees just say, well, just trade out the ball. All right, freshman serves. Nice serve. Fabian hustles to save it. Free ball for the Cupies. Free then go back set to Gillespie. Trouble with the pass. Gillespie gets it over. Back set from Brown to Payne. He dinks it, covered by Freed. Back set to the Cupies. Yim. Great save by Williams. Back set to Williams. Dug by Freed. Bennett dinks it over. Brown with a diving save. Tight to the net. Hits the antenna and falls out of bounds or out of play. Point for the Cupies. They're the first to 15. 3-point lead, 15-12. Jump serve, dug by Lay. Tight to the net. Gillespie's there, but Block digs it. But it goes wide of the court up into the stands. That's what they get Coach Brown off the bench and calling a timeout. Cupies lead 16-12 here in game number 3.
Looking for your dream home? Looking for your dream home or the perfect rental? Discover it with Hunter Sake Investments. From charming townhomes to spacious single-family homes, we offer quality living in Warrenton and Montgomery County. Need commercial space? We've got retail and warehouse options in Jonesburg, plus the Jonesburg Party Center, ideal for showers, graduations, and more. Family-owned, locally rooted, and built on trust. We treat your home like our own. Call Hunter Sake Investments today, and let's build your future together. Hunter Sake Investments, where Missouri finds home.
Batulga, Serving for Hickman. He's the one that got him on a roll in game number 2, and they stretched it out to a 9-point lead. He's got the Cupids with a 4-point lead, looking to make it 5. Payne goes cross court, deep corner, and it's wide open. I was wondering if Coach Brown talked to him about the deep corners as the Cupids were creeping in on that defense. So Payne gets the side out in the point, and he gets the serve. Heady play from the sophomore. Serves a bullet to the back corner and gets the ace. Warriors up to 8 aces in the match to the 5 from Columbia. That trims the Cupids lead to 2. Another great serve from Payne. Free ball for the Warriors. Lay bumps to. They go outside. Dug there by the Cupids. They go outside to Yim. Payne digs. Fabian's going to go outside to Williams. He winds up and hits into the double block and overpowers it. When the Warriors are in system, in rhythm, the Fabian to Williams connection is really good. Payne, really good knuckleball serve there. Warriors earn a free ball. Fabian's going to go quick to the middle. The lock is blocked by Gillespie. They go outside to Williams. His roll shot covered by Freed. Bennett gets it over for the Cupies. Payne to Fabian. Outside to Williams. He winds up, and Hickman's not able to cover that. We're all knotted up 16 apiece. Lucas Payne serving the Warriors back into this game. Outside to Yim, and Yim's able to hit it off the block down the line, earning the side out and a point for the Cupies. They're back to a 1-point lead. T-Thaw back in as the libero, now serving. Fabian's going to go outside to Williams, off the block, back row, earns the point and the side out. Fabian going back to his primary hitter here. Getting the Big Red back into this contest. Caleb Block will serve for Warrenton. Tough serve from Locke. Cupids get it over on a free ball. Outside to Williams. His roll shot. Wow. Finds the donut hole. Hickman is doing a good job of covering that, but that time they failed to cover it. That earns the Big Red a 1-point lead. Tight to the net. They go quick to the middle. Lazinger puts it away. A little two-handed dink. Ties it up. And the Cupies will serve. That's Carlton Wexler in to serve for the Cupies. Tough serve from Wexler. Flake gets it over. They're going to call a lift or a push on Flake. 1-point lead now for Columbia. They'll look to be the first team to 20 here. 19-18 they lead. And that serve ends up wide of the court. We're all knotted up 19 apiece. Ken Lay will serve for the Big Red. Free ball for the Warriors. Fabian goes outside to Williams, a little behind him. He goes back row deep, and it's in. I think Coach Brown might have said something to him. Warriors are definitely looking to keep it a little deeper when things are out of rhythm or out of sync. That's what you have to do. If it's not the best, if it's a free ball, go deep. Oh, and Ken Lay delivers an ace. Big Red first to 20. They lead 21-19. Fourth ace of the game for the Big Red. Lays second with the team on aces. And Coach Gunn going to use one of his timeouts. His team trails by 2. The Warrenton Sports Network likes to remind you this is more than just a game. It's hometown pride. Live and in action on the Warrenton Sports Network. And behind every play, every stream, are the local businesses who make it all possible. When you support our sponsors, you're backing the Warriors and the community. So shop local, say thanks, and let them know you saw them on the stream. Support the businesses that support the game, only on the Warrenton Sports Network. All right, Coach Gunn's done a great job of calling timeouts to stop momentum. Let's see if the junior Ken Lay can persevere here. It serves over. Freed goes outside to Yim. He dinks off the block, and they're going to get a point on the touch, and the ball goes out of play. Xander Yim serving now, the sophomore outside hitter. Cuppies trail by 1. Brown with a dig. Williams gets it to Fabian. He dinks it over. And it looks like they call the Warriors into the net. All right, all knotted up, 21. We're going to get first to 4. Got to win by 2. Another net violation from Warrenton. 1 point lead now for the Cuppies. Warriors are able to come back in game 2 in the same situation. Free ball. Oh, and a great hustle by Ken Lay. Yeah, free ball from Warrenton to the Cuppies. Lazinger really rifled that down. Warriors defense was able to scramble and get a piece of it, but it went into the net and onto the court. 2 point lead now for the Cuppies. Warriors go outside to Williams. He rifles one cross court, finds the deep corner. Go to the big gun. One in out. Tegan Williams delivers on that one. Warriors trail by 1 with Tegan Williams serving. Oh, and he puts that into the net. Side out, and that gives the Cuppies a game point. Warriors are going to need 2. Lazinger's jump serve. Fabian's going to go back row to Williams. He goes deep corner. Freed goes outside. Blocked by the Warriors, but it falls on out of play. So Batulga gets the game winner. And Columbia wins 25-22 here in game number 3.
On the court, it's all about strategy, precision, and execution. Off the court, same rules apply. At Surveyant Heating and Air Conditioning, we bring our A game to every home and business. With custom solutions, expert installs, and a reputation for getting it right the first time. We're your home court advantage for year-round comfort. Trusted across Warren County, we've got you covered. Home, business, or new construction. Surveyant Heating and Air Conditioning, where comfort wins every time. On game day, it's all about teamwork, trust, and heart. At Main Street Real Estate, we bring that same spirit to every home journey. Whether you're buying, selling, or just exploring your options, Our hometown team is with you every step of the way. We believe real estate isn't just a transaction, it's a life-changing experience. That's why we stay in constant communication, deliver expert guidance, and work relentlessly to help you reach your goals. Main Street Real Estate, your home team from game day to closing day, proudly supporting Warrenton athletics and our community.
As we get ready to head to game number 4, your score here so far, Warrenton took the first game 25-17. They won the second game 27-25, coming back from -9. And then the Cupies did their own rally hat version in game number 3, winning 25-22. They had trailed by as many as 3. I did notice in the timeout, Coach Brown was talking to his players about getting ready on defense. It seems like they were standing straight up on defense there in game number 3. You know, in that moment where it takes for you to have to react to the ball is the difference between making a good pass and making a poor pass, because now you have to flex down and then move to the ball. If you're already down, you can move to the ball a lot easier and make a better pass. So a good coaching point there from Coach Brown. Referees are checking the lineup and the positions. Cole Freed will serve for the Cupies. He sends it over off the top of the tape. Jousting the net. Fabian wins that. Brown with a diving save. This time Gillespie wins the joust at the net. Point for the Cupies. Nate Gillespie, the sophomore, quick off his feet there, earning the point. A lot of times players can jump high off on one time, but when you have to go up again, it's really the test of a good jumper or leaper. It's how high you can jump on the second jump. All right, Freed didn't go outside to Gillespie. Fabian gets it quick to the middle of the lock. He hits it off the block of Batulga and earns the side out and a point. Nice play by the senior, Caleb Locke. Fabian serving now for the Big Red. And he earns an ace. First ace of game number 4. Another tough serve from Fabian. Oh, looked like the shot from the Cupies was going to go out of play, but it was played by a Big Red player, and ball hit out up into the bleachers. Side out and a point for the Cupies. Batulga serving. Williams with a dig. Fabian goes quick to the middle. Wow. When they get that ball to Caleb Locke in rhythm, he can really put it away. All right, Lucas Payne serving for the Warriors. Gillespie from the outside cuts it across the court. And they're going to say it went wide. 4-2 lead now for the Big Red. Payne with a brilliant serve. He earns the second of the game for Warrenton. Lucas is really serving well tonight. Oh, and the announcer's jinx doesn't get him. He gets the ace instead. He's got 2 in a row. That one knuckled, almost hit the player in the face. Another tough serve. Free ball for the Big Red. Fabian's going to go back set to Lay. His roll shot covered by Lazinger. Back set to Bennett. He knocks it into the net. Warriors up by 5, 7-2, behind the great serve of the sophomore Lucas Payne. That's going to get Coach Gunn off the bench, looking once again to stop the momentum, which is currently wearing a Warrior red jersey.
Champions aren't only made on the field or the court. At the Missouri Bank, we bring that same winning spirit to your finances. Since 1939, we've been an industry leader in community banking, combining cutting-edge technology with the hometown integrity Warren County Trust. As a valued member of our financial family, your goals come first. From fast, local loan decisions, often the same day, to online banking that lets you take care of business anytime, anywhere. We tailor our services for individuals and businesses alike. Big bank products, small town service, honest, loyal, and committed to protecting your financial future. The Missouri Bank,
timeout.
Rooted in community, ready for tomorrow.
Warriors get another point. A wide shot from the Coupies. That extends the big red lead to 6, 8-2. That time, Payne cuts it to the right, and it sails wide of the court. All right, Teethall, the libero, freshman libero for the Coupies, in. Quick to the middle, Locke goes, but he runs into the double block of Lazinger and Bennett. That time they brought the outside hitter in to double block the middle to cool off the hot-hitting Lauck. That'll open up the outside eventually, though. Thaw's serve goes into the net. Warriors earn a point and the serve. The hot-hitting Caleb Locke now serving. Carter Flake into the game for the Warriors. A floater from Lauck. Freed back set to Yim. Warriors save it off the pancake from Caleb Locke. And it was just a little mess of hitting from both teams back and forth, with the Coupies earning that point. Great hustle from Caleb Locke. Did a little diving pancake to keep that point alive. Carlton Wexler in to serve for the Coupies. They trail by 4. Floater serve, dug by Brown. Outside to Williams, in rhythm off the double block. Coupies are going to get it over on a free ball. Payne tight to the net. Lazinger puts it away for the Coupies. Wexler serving from the middle this time. Warriors go outside to Williams. A little behind him, sails it long. So Wexler's got the Coupies on the comeback trail. Williams tight to the net off the double block. Freed gets it over. Tight to the net, the Warriors go. Jousted over by the Coupies. Warriors are unable to get it back over in 3. Point for Columbia. They've trimmed the 6-point lead down to 1. Williams into the double block. That's Lazinger with another block. Freed might have got a piece of it. We're all knotted up 9 apiece here in game number 4. Definitely some games of ebb and flow here between these two teams. Williams goes a little harder on the kill shot. And they're going to say that went long, but off the block. That earns the big red a side out and a point. So nice kill there by Williams. Ken Lay serves. Back set from Freed to Lazinger. He rifles another one. That pass a little behind him, but he's really good at adjusting in air. That's pretty impressive for a sophomore. All right, Yim serves for the Cupies. Knotted up at 10. Brown to Fabian. Goes outside to Williams. A little behind him. Into the net. Brown with a dig. Quick to the middle to Flake. Cupies go outside to Batulga. Warriors go outside to Williams. Kind of a half roll, half kill shot. Finds the court. Williams earns the kill, and he gets the serve. We're all knotted up at 11. Free ball for the Warriors. Quick to the middle, they go to Flake. Dug by the Cupies. They go outside to Batulga. They're going to get a double hit there. Warriors fight back and claw their way to a 1-point lead. Williams with a blistering serve. Batulga hits into the block of Matthew Fabian. Quick on his feet there was Matthew. 2-point lead once again for the Big Red. Williams serving well. And the announcer Jinx gets Williams. Back into the game for Hickman, Nate Gillespie. Ari Lesinger serves for the Cupies. And he gets himself an ace. That's the first ace of game number 4 for the Columbia. 13 apiece. Lay bumps to Fabian. Roll shot from Payne goes cross court. Freed's going to go outside to Batulga. Hits it off the top of the net and into the double block. No, wait. They're going to say it didn't go into the double block. I didn't think it did. Coach Gunn's off his seat questioning the call, saying, how does the ball hook to the left if nobody touched it? But I didn't see anybody touch it, and the ball can certainly hit off the top of the tape and go to the left if it's hit with two hands. All right, Brayton Brown serving. His floater comes up short, side out to point for Columbia. We're tied up 14 apiece. Into the game, Grabau Bennett for Hickman. Freed serves. Dug by Lay, tight to the net. Fabian jousts it over. He wins the battle between Batugla. I like the way Fabian went up there with a little more strength, knowing there was going to be a physical battle, and he won that battle. Fabian serves. Freed backs at the Batulga. He goes cross court. A little slice cutter. Puts it away for Hickman. Nice pass by Cole Freed. Bientog Batulga serves for Hickman. Off the top of the tape. Lays there. Back set to Payne. He really rifles one up into the rafters, and he gets the point. Lucas Payne really coming up big here late in the last two games. Payne gets the serve. He's been really serving well tonight. Warriors lead by 1, 16-15. Deep serve to Lazinger. It'll be a free ball for the Big Red. Brown to Fabian. Quick to the middle, but a little low on the set. Ball goes into the net. Tied up at 16 apiece. Into the game is T. Thaw, the freshman right sider. He serves for the Cupies. Fabian goes outside to Williams in rhythm, off the double block and off the referee. Tegan Williams puts it away. was a real good set from Fabian. Got the ball in front of Tegan, and he was really taking a free swing at that one. All right, Locke goes deep, but just a little too deep. Sails along. We're tied up 17 apiece. Carlton Wexler back in. He served well for the Cupies earlier in game number 4. Brown with a dig. Fabian back set to Payne. Bumps it over. Friesen to go outside to Yim. Williams is there. Fabian back to Williams. In rhythm, in sync. And he waiting for an official calls. Looks like they put it away. They give the Warriors the point. 18-17 is the lead for Warrenton with Ken Lay serving. The junior rifles one down the line, but cuts it a little too close, slides out of bounds, out of play. We're knotted at 18 with Xander Yim serving for the Cupies. Flat-footed serve. Williams high into the rafters, and the Warriors are not able to get it over in 3. Cupies with the comeback hat on again. They lead by 1. All right, we got 2 different signals, the Lions person and the referee. And they're going to say the Lions person wins. They're going to give that point to the Cupies. And Coach Brown's going to take a TO. You're watching the Warrenton Sports Network. All right, Warriors need to dig their heels in now as the Cupies are the first to 20. Columbia looking to force a game number 5. Fabian goes outside to Williams. Covered by the Cupies. Quick to the middle to Lazinger. A skate save by Williams. Quick to the middle. Lazinger really hammered that one. Woo! Nice set from Cole Freed, and Lazinger rifled that straight down. Outside Hickman goes to Batulga, and he puts it away. Colin Freed with some really great passing here in game number 4. It's got to be Cole Freed. I used to have a student named Colin Freed, so I apologize to their family. All right, Fabian goes outside to Williams. He goes off the double block. Fabian dinks in the donut and gets the point. Quick thinking, quick feet from Matthew Fabian. Gets the Warriors to 19. They trail by 3. They're going to have to do the old 2-for-1 trick again. I'll take a little time to wipe up the floor here. A little sweat on the floor. All right, Tegan Williams with the serve. Tough one to handle. Keep his back set to Lazinger. Two hands it down the line. Fabian's going to go to Payne. Freed outside to Batulga. Off the block. And the Cupies somehow get it over. Fabian's going to go outside again to Payne. In rhythm, he really rifles that one. And the Cupies can't handle it. Lucas Payne. He's been a late bloomer here in this match. Served real well in game number 3. Hit real well in game number 3. Actually, in game number 1, he had 2 points to put away game number 1. So Lucas Payne having a good night. And that one was in. Tegan Williams with the ace. He gets the Warriors within 1. Freed backs up to Lazinger. Dug by Williams. Fabian's going to go outside to Payne. Off the double block. Back to Payne again. He goes down the line. Freed's going to go quick to the middle. Lazinger sails it. And they're going to say it touched the hands of the middle blocker for the Big Red. So, side out and a point for Hickman. They lead 23-21. Ari Lazinger with the serve. Outside to Payne. Lazinger with a dig. Batulga off the double block, and the Warriors get that one. Carter Flake and Matthew Fabian. Really good fundamentals on that dig and pass from Ari Lazinger from Hickman. Braden Brown into the game for the Big Red. He's going to serve. The Warriors trail by 1. And after a brilliant serve from Brown, the Cupies are unable to get the ball over in 3. We're knotted up at 23. Here's Coach Gunn taking another timeout, looking to stem the tide that's wearing red. It's red tide time right here at Warrenton High School. All right, knotted up at 23. We're going to play first to 2. Got to win by 2. Warriors start with the serve. Braden Brown. Warrior fans come to their feet. Brown's jump serve. Batulga goes outside, hits it, but gets it onto the court on the Warrior side. That earns the Cupies a side out and a game point serve. Grabal Bennett in for Columbia. Cole Freed to serve for the game. And he comes up short. All knotted up at 24. We're back to it again. Playing first to 2. Got to win by 2. Matthew Fabian. He leads the way. Serves percentage for the Warriors. Tight to the net for Freed. He gets it over to Bennett. He hits it off the top of the tape, and the Warrior defense wasn't ready for it. Side out and a point for Warrenton with Bayantug Batulga serving. He's been their best server today. Here comes his jump serve, and he delivers an ace. We're headed to game number 5.
For nearly 80 years, one name has kept Warrenton and Montgomery County comfortable. Schreer Heating and Air Conditioning. From Omar Schreer's first furnaces in 1946 to today's cutting-edge Daikin systems, one thing has never changed: family taking care of family. What started with one truck and a few hundred neighbors has grown into generations of local folks serving dozens of Missouri communities with the same heart, the same pride, and the same commitment to treating your home like our own. Whether it's heat, air, or total home comfort, Schreier Heating and Air Conditioning is here for you. Because around here, comfort means community. Call Schreier Heating and Air Conditioning today. It's just how we do things around here.
All right, we're headed to the fifth game of this match. Two evenly matched teams, the Columbia Hickman Cupies and the Warrenton Warriors, battle it out for supremacy in tonight's match. It'll be a little about conditioning and who plays strong and who plays smart here in game number 5. Back to that coaching point that Coach Brown had earlier, it looked like the late in that game number 4, the Warriors once again were standing on defense. They weren't in a ready position, making them unable to get to those quick hits from Columbia. Also looked like the Cupies defense was creeping in again. Those back corners were open. If you're going to hit a free ball, hit it back to one of those corners. Here comes the Cole Freed serve. Free ball for the Cupies, and they can't handle it as Caleb Locke found the donut hole for the first point. Playing to 15 here in game number 5. Goes a lot faster. Boy, nice save there by Bennett. He got that off the floor. Payne winds up and cranks it off the double block. Lucas Payne playing hard and fast here in game number 5. Tight to the net. Once again, Freed back sets. Free ball for the Warriors. That sails wide of the court. Warrenton jumps out to a 3-0 lead. Freed's going to back set to Batulga. Dug by Brown. Great dig. Fabian goes outside to Payne. His roll shot covered by Freed. Outside to Bennett off the block. Williams is there. Fabian back to Williams. He goes deep, but Lazinger is there. Freed quick to the middle to Gillespie off the double block and out of bounds. Columbia gets their first point off the hit from Nate Gillespie. Bayantug Batulga serves for Columbia. Into the net. He's been their best server tonight, but that time he goes into the net. Warriors with a 4-1 lead. Lucas Payne serves. Free ball for the Big Red. Fabian goes quick to the middle. Locke puts it away. In rhythm, in sync, good passing all around. Payne to Fabian to Locke. And Caleb gets the kill. 5-1 lead. Jump serve from Payne, causing problems for Hickman. Free ball. Warriors go to Fabian at the net. He dinks it over. Now to Williams. He rifles one. Freed hustles and saves it. Free ball for the Big Red. Brown, nice set. Fabian dinks it over and gets the point. He really didn't have a lot of steam on that. He went up mano a mano against the QP player, and he overpowered him still. 5-1, or 6-1 lead now for the Big Red. They lead by 5. Off speed serve from Payne causes problems for the QPs. Outside to Williams. A little timing mixed up. He didn't have time to get his steps in. He hits himself in the chest saying it's my fault. 6-2 now. Warrior lead with T. Thaw serving for the QPs. Brown passes to Fabian outside to Williams. He winds up and wails on one. Off the double block, goes all the way across the court and out of play. That's the way you recover after you make a mistake. Can't make up for the mistake until the next play. Don't hang your head, just come up and make the next play. Locke with a great serve. It goes just wide. Oh. Carlton Wexler back to serve for Columbia. Warriors were the first to 5, trying to make it first to 10 here. Fabian goes outside to Williams. His double hand dink. Covered by Freed. He gives Williams a meatball free ball at the net, and Williams hammered it home. 5-point lead now, 8-3. Ken Lay serving for the Big Red. Freed's going to go outside to Yim off the block. Brown's there to save it, but he gets it wide of the court. Eight-4 lead for the Warriors. Xander Yim serving now. Fabian outside to Williams in rhythm, and he finds the hole in the back corner. Great placement. You know, Williams didn't go up there and hit it 100%. He probably swung it about 75 or 80%, but because he had pinpoint targeting, he earned a point. Free ball for the Big Red. Flake can go to Fabian. Fabian outside to Payne. His little roll shot causes problems. Hickman once again scrambling to get it over. Fabian backs out to Williams, and Williams hammers another one home. Tegan Williams. Hickman's looking a little tired and starting to hang their heads a little bit. Warriors first to 10. Coach Gunn's going to take a timeout. Oh, wait. Not taking a timeout. They're just going to do a little dry mopping of the wet spot on the court. All right. Good hustle from the Hickman players, cleaning that up. 10-4 lead for the Warriors. Great serve from Williams. They go back set to Lazinger, who goes down the line. He found the hole in the Big Red defense. Good placement by Ari Lazinger. Gets to 5 for Columbia, and Lazinger gets to serve. Nate Gillespie back in for Columbia. Warriors looking like some rough passing. They get it over, though. They go middle to Gillespie. He puts it away. Nice hit by Gillespie. Once again, ball's a little bit behind him. He didn't hit it 100%, but hit it about 75%, and this precision targeting system earned the point. Columbia trims the lead to 4, 10-6. Brown with a dig. Flake, roll shot, sails wide of the court. Brown gets it over. Gillespie goes to Freed off the double block and goes out of play. Nice hit by Cole Freed. That gets Coach Brown off the bench. Warriors take a timeout. They lead by 2 here in game number 5, 10-8. You're watching the Warriors Sports Network. All right, Warriors up by 2 here in game number 5. The margin for errors has gotten increasingly smaller here. Lazinger serving for Columbia. Williams goes to back corner and he hits it in. Once again, that back corner is definitely open. Coach Brown probably talked to him in the timeout about that. It's a QP defense. Keeps on creeping up. 11-8. Warriors lead. Braden Brown to set to serve. And that goes wide of the court. Into the game for Hickman, number 23, Grabile Bennett. Cole Freed serving for Columbia. Knuckleball dug by Brown, tight to the net. Fabian wins the joust at the net. Matthew Fabian has done that really well this evening. That's the 3rd or 4th time he's been jousting at the net, being much more aggressive and strong and earning those points. Big Red up by 3, Fabian to serve. Goes down the line. Freed back set to Batulga. Dug by Williams. Fabian goes outside the Payne, off the block, and onto the court. Little off-speed hit from Lucas Payne. And Coach Gunn's off his bench, asking for a timeout. Well, if you're a fan of volleyball, you've gotten your money's worth tonight. A 5-game match, and each of the games have been really close, with the exception of game number 1. The Warriors won game number 1, 25-17. And since then, the Warriors won game number 2 by 2, 27-25. Hickman won game number 3 by 3, 25-22. And the Hickman won game number 4 by 2, 26-24. 4-point lead for the Big Red here. Warriors just need 2 to close this out. Coach Gunn's team has responded well to his timeouts tonight. But they've got a yeoman's work ahead of them. They need 6 points to the Warriors' 2. All right, leading serve percentage player serving for the Big Red, Matthew Fabian. He almost delivers it 8th. Great dig by Yim. Fabian goes back to Williams in rhythm. He hammers it. And Cupies are unable to get it back over. Yim tried to dig it, but it went up into the rafters, and Lazinger couldn't get it back over. Game point here for the Big Red. Going to be a free ball for the Warriors. Williams goes to Fabian, close to the net, goes to Lau. Oh, they're going to say it's side out. Lau could put it away, but he got into the net. A little too eager on that one. So 14-10 lead for the Warriors. Batulga serving for the Cupies. He's caused the Warriors problems all game with the serve. Fabian, free ball. Freed goes outside to Yim. His roll shot covered by Williams. Fabian outside to Payne. And it goes off the top of the tape and back to the Warriors' side. So didn't get over in 3 hits. Hickman down by 3, 14-11. Batulga to lay. Fabian goes middle, back row to Williams. He swings away and goes deep, 14-12. Cupies have to win every point here, or at least get back to 14 or 13 for a 2-point difference. Williams goes to Fabian. Fabian to Payne. Cross-court shot goes over. Lay with a dig. Fabian goes back row to Williams. His roll shot. Nice diving save by Batulga. Gillespie gets it over. And they're going to say Gillespie was over. And that's going to be the ball game. Warrenton Warriors prevail in 5, 15-12. We'll be back with the post-game wrap-up in just a second. You're watching the Warrenton Sports Network. Welcome in, folks, to the Warrenton Sports Network's post-game show. Once again, the final score was Warrenton 3, Columbia Hickman 2. With the win, Warrenton's record is now 3-3. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and Hickman record falls to 0-4. So let's take a look at the games once again. In game number 1, Warrenton won 25-17 behind the hot hitting of Lucas Payne and Tegan Williams and the pinpoint passing of Matthew Fabian. Game number 2 went to Warrenton 27-25 behind the hot hitting of Tegan Williams. He prevailed again in game number 2. Game number 3 was won by Columbia Hickman 22-25 behind the hot hitting of Bayantog Batulga. He hit from the outside, and he had just some tremendous serves that gave the Hickman their first win. Game number 4 went to 24-26 with Hickman prevailing, and Cole Freed's passing really made the difference in that game. He gave the ball to Batulga and Lazinger in rhythm, and they just were able to hammer it home. And game number 5 went to the Warriors. They win 15-12 or 13. I can't remember, 15-12, 15-13, one of those two. And the difference in game number 3 was really Lucas Payne serving well and hitting well in key times. And we're going to give the star player of the game for Columbia Hickman to the freshman outside hitter, Bayantog Batulga. Once again, his hot serving and outside hitting really kept the Cupies in the game or helped them win the game. And we're going to give the star of the game to the Warrenton Warriors, Lucas Payne. Behind his hot serving and his outside hitting, he really helped the Warriors come out on top tonight as they win 3-2 over Columbia Hickman. Looking ahead, Hickman's next match will be on Monday, April 14th, when they'll have a tri-match versus Rockbridge and Lincoln Prep, while the Big Red boys volleyball team will next take the court tomorrow, Wednesday, April 9th, in a home contest versus Fort Zumwalt East. Our next live stream on the Warrenton Sports Network will be tomorrow, April 9th, when the girls' soccer team will take the pitch against St. Charles High School at 6 p.m. Once again, the final from Warrenton High School was Warrenton 3, Hickman 2. For our crew, our sponsors, and the entire Warrior community, this is Keith Brown saying thanks for spending part of your night with us. We'll see you next time on the Warrenton Sports Network, your home for hometown sports. Go Big Red.